Hello everyone, welcome to our asynchronous class. So this is the continuation of our topic in Science 9, Quarter 4, which is projectile motion. So the lesson objectives are the following. First, define what is projectile motion. Second, describe the horizontal and vertical dimensions of a projectile. And last, solve problems related and relevant to projectile motion. So, what is a projectile? A projectile is any object that once projected or dropped and continues to move by virtue of its inertia and influenced only by the downward force of gravity. So examples of projectile are the soccer ball, the basketball, stone thrown, and anything that is projected into the air. So this is an example of a projectile, a soccer ball. Most of the projectile motion travels in a curved path called trajectory. So this broken line shows the trajectory of a soccer ball. When an object moves both vertically and horizontally, it is called projectile motion. So that's an example of a projectile motion. It moves, it has a vertical dimension and also a horizontal dimension. A single force acts upon it is the force of gravity. If there were any other force acting upon an object, then that object would not be a projectile. It is very important to note that projectile motion is a combination of vertical motion with constant acceleration and horizontal motion with constant velocity. So in this slide, the first picture shows a projectile motion, a vector perspective. This is the vertical motion of the ball. So the acceleration due to gravity is causing the ball to, first, when the ball was thrown upward, this is the first position of the ball. So when it was thrown upward, first thing is the ball slowed down as it goes up. And in this part, this is the highest peak of the ball or the highest height reached by the ball. Projectile motion is a combination of the two motions. So as what I've said earlier, projectile motion is a combination of a vertical dimension and a horizontal dimension. So after reaching the highest height, the ball speeds up as it comes down. And the reason for that is the acceleration due to gravity. So that is the Earth's gravity, which is constant and equals to negative 9.8 meter per second squared. So this is the constant value of acceleration due to gravity. Negative 9.8 meter per second squared. Now, the second picture shows a boy throwing a ball. So the ball that is being thrown by the ball is called a projectile, and the curved path is called the trajectory. Here in table 1 shows the kinematic equations for projectile motion. So it's under the horizontal component of motion and the vertical component of motion. So this formula, be familiar with this formula because you're going to use this when solving projectile motion problems. So I have here sample problem 1. A stone is thrown with an initial horizontal velocity of 10 meters per second from the top of a tower 200 meters high. First question, what is the horizontal velocity of the stone 2 seconds after being thrown? How far does the stone travel horizontally after 2 seconds? What is its velocity upon hitting the ground after 6 seconds? How far has it gone vertically downward as it hits the ground in 6 seconds? So here's the given of our problem. Height, which is the distance of the tower, the distance in y-axis, that is 200 meters, and Vx, that's the velocity in horizontal dimension, which is 10 meters per second. First question, what is the horizontal velocity of the stone 2 seconds after being thrown? So remember class that a projectile that is being thrown has a constant horizontal velocity. Therefore, the answer is the horizontal velocity remains constant 10 meters per second in its entire flight. Second question. How far does the stone travel horizontally after 2 seconds? So the question here is the range or the distance covered by the stone up 2 seconds after it was being thrown. The horizontal distance traveled after 2 seconds. So this is how you get the range or the distance covered by the stone in horizontal axis. So dx, that's the range or the distance in x-axis, is equal to velocity in x-axis times the time. So the velocity in x-axis or the velocity in horizontal dimension is 10 meters per second times the time, which is 2 seconds. So we'll just multiply 10 and 2. So 10 times 2 is 20. And copy the unit m or meter and cancel out seconds. So the horizontal distance traveled by the stone after 2 seconds is 20 meters. Question number 3. What is its velocity upon hitting the ground after 6 seconds? Upon hitting the ground, horizontal velocity is Vx is equal to 10 meters per second, and the vertical velocity is given by, so we will solve the vertical velocity using a formula Vy, or vertical velocity, is equals to gt. G here stands for the acceleration due to gravity, which has a constant value of negative 9.8 meter per second squared, times the time, which is 6 seconds. So again, to get the vertical velocity, the formula is Vy is equals to gt. So let's just substitute. g, that's negative 9.8 meter per second squared, and time is 6 seconds. So the question is, why is it negative 9.8? Remember, class, that the direction of the force of gravity is downward. Therefore, if the direction is downward, the sign must be negative. Next, multiply negative 9.8 to 6. So negative 9.8 times 6 is 58.8 meter per second. Then, copy the negative sign because they have different signs. 9.8 is negative and 6 is positive. So, to multiply numbers having unlike sign, the product must be negative. And here, for the unit, copy the meter. And for the second, we have here the exponent 2 from the 9.8. So, 2 minus the exponent here in 6 seconds is 1. So, 2 minus 1 is 1. Therefore, meter per second na lang yung unit na matitira. So, the vertical velocity of the stone is negative 58.8 meter per second. So, always remember, class, that when we say or when we talk about velocity, the unit must be meter per second. And if it's acceleration, it must be meter per second squared. Hence, when we solve for the final velocity, we will just get the formula v is equals to vx squared plus vy squared. So, square root of vx is 10 meter per second, then squared, plus vy is negative 58.8 meter per second, then squared. Next step, 10 meter per second, we will get the squared or multiply 10 to itself. So 10 times 10 is 100. Then distribute the squared, that's meter squared per second squared. Plus, this side, get the squared of 58.8 or multiply 58.8 to itself. So 58.8 times 2, or no, 58.8 times 58.8 is equal to 3,457.54, and distribute the squared, meter squared per second squared. Next is get the sum of these two values, 100 plus 3,457.44. So the answer is 3,557.44. Copy the unit, meter squared per second squared. And the last step is get the square root of 3,557.44. So the square root of 3,557.44 is 59.64 meter per second. So, nawawala na po yung square dito since we extract the square root. So, this is the final velocity of the stone after hitting the ground. Next question. How far has it gone vertically downward as it hits the ground in 6 seconds? So, in this question, we are going to solve the height of the tower. After hitting the ground in 6 seconds, the ball will travel vertical distance. So, to solve for the vertical distance, the formula is dy is equals to gt squared over 2. So, let's substitute g, that is the acceleration due to gravity, which is equal to negative, may negative yan, negative 9.8 meter per second squared times the time is 6. Then, squared natin siya. Okay. So let's copy negative 9.8 meter per second squared. And 6, since naka-squared po siya, so 6 times 6 is 36 second squared over 2. Next, multiply negative 9.8 to 36 second squared. The answer is 352.8 meter. Cancel out the second squared. So, matitira na lang yung unit na meter over 2. Next is divide 352.8 to 2. So, the distance, vertical distance is 176.4 meter. So, to remove the negative, we will just multiply negative on every side to make it positive. Okay, so we have your second problem. It's sample problem number 2. Z is playing with a ball on top of a building, but the ball fell and hit the ground after 2.6 seconds. What is the final velocity of the ball just before it hits the ground, and how high is the building? So we have here the given, the acceleration due to gravity, which has a constant value of negative 9.8 meter per second squared. So this value, it is constant, meaning hindi siya mababago. Always talaga, if there's a problem regarding the force of gravity, the value is negative 9.8 meter per second squared. Next of the given is the time, which is 2.6 seconds. So since in our problem, the ball fell, so nahulog lang po siya, hindi siya hinulog talaga, let's assume that the initial velocity of the ball is 0. So in our problem, we are going to find the final velocity, that's the VF, and dy, that is the vertical distance or the height of the building. So this is the illustration of our problem. We have there the building and a ball. So in this problem, the ball fell from the top of a building. Let's find out what is the height of the building and the velocity of the ball. So solution. To get the final velocity, we have to use the formula VF is equals to VI plus AGT. VF, that's the final velocity. VI, that's the initial velocity. And AG, the acceleration due to gravity. And T for the time. So VF is equals to, our VI is 0. Let's assume that our initial velocity is 0 meter per second. So you'll put 0 here, plus our acceleration due to gravity is negative 9.8 meter per second squared, which is always constant. And the time, based on our problem, is 2.6 seconds. So VF is equals to, so since wala na itong 0, kakancel out na natin yan. And yung natitira na lang, we will multiply negative 9.8 to 2.6. So negative 9.8 times 2.6, the answer is negative 26. Then copy the unit m or meter per. Then here, 2 minus 1, dito sa isang second naman, the answer is 1. So, yung natitira na lang natin na unit is meter per second. Since ang hinahanap natin is the final velocity. And the unit for velocity is meter per second. So, the final velocity of the ball before it hits the ground is negative 26 meter per second. Next problem is we are going to solve for the height of the building. How high is the building? So to get that one, the formula is dy, that's the distance in y-axis, is equals to vi times time plus 1/2 times acceleration due to gravity times time squared. Next is, our initial velocity is 0 times the time is 2.6 seconds. So, isa-substitute lang natin yung mga given. Plus 1/2 times the acceleration due to gravity, which is negative 9.8 meter per second squared. And the time is 2.6 seconds, then squared. Next is, 0 times 2.6 is 0. So, wala na to. Cancel out na. Next is, 2.6 squared po niya, we will solve for the squared of 2.6. So, multiply 2.6 to itself. 2.6 times 2.6, the answer is 6.76. That's second squared. Then, let's copy the negative 9.8 meter per second squared. Next is multiply negative 9.8 meter per second squared to 6.76 seconds squared. So the answer is 66.25. Cancel out natin yung second squared. Ang matitira na lang na unit is m or meter. Next step is 1/2 times 66.25 or 66.25 divided by 2. The answer is 33.12. So, pwede natin siya i-round off na lang into 33 meters. So, the height of the building is 33 meters. So, that's how you solve projectile motion problems. So, if you have questions, you can PM me and ask for any clarifications. So, this time, let's check your understanding by answering the given problem. So, direction, read and write a problem in your notebook and solve what is asked. Show your complete solution. So, you can refer my previous examples for you to solve this problem. So, our given problem is, a stone from a hill fell and hit the ground after 4 seconds. What is the final velocity of the stone before it hits the ground? How high is the hill? So in this problem, let's assume that the initial velocity is 0 meter per second. So the given, we have the acceleration due to gravity, which is constant, negative 9.8 meter per second squared. So time, you write the value of time based on the problem and the initial velocity. And your task is to find the final velocity and the height of the hill or the distance in y-axis. So after answering this problem, you Um, Take a picture of your answer, your solution, and directly message me in my messenger account. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something. Thank you and God bless everyone. Keep safe.